What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video party. I'm so excited to upload this one for you guys because for this video we're being taking a look at a web series that I've been watching for a very long time, and that is RWBY. It's funny because when this show first debuted back in 2013, I used to call it RWBY because calling it red, white, black, and yellow was a little bit too long for me. Little did I know the title was actually an acronym that used the names of our four main characters. We got Ruby Rose, Weiss Schneid, Blake Belladonna, and Yang Xiaolong. And together they form Team RWBY with Ruby Rose as their fearless leader. Anyway, RWBY is basically about a group of teenagers going to a monster hunting school where they can become professional huntsmen and huntresses. And one of the things that caught my attention right from the very beginning is that a lot of characters that we encounter throughout the entire series, they're all based on characters that we've seen in old fairy tales, myths, and legends. When you look at Team RWBY, RWBY is based off of Little Red Riding Hood. Weiss is based off of Snow White. And when you look at Blake, she's sort of based off of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. And when you look at Yang, she's a tough version of Goldilocks. As we encounter more characters in this series, we begin to notice that a lot of characters have their own theme. We have one character who's based off of Joan of Arc, and we have another character who is a lot like Achilles. So in season 1, we're basically watching Team RWBY go to school and learn how to kill monsters. That is until our four teenagers encounter a criminal organization that really wants to tear the government down, which is where season 2 takes off, which is where we get to see a lot of the bad guys begin to make their move. And also in season 2, we get to see a lot of our students become more like huntsmen. And most of season 2 is mainly character development because it's setting you up for season 3, which is where all the action is. Because in the first half of season 3, it's mainly a tournament arc. I mean, we're watching our four characters and their friends enter a fighting tournament where all the schools in the kingdoms are all participating in. And as you watch each fight scene, you begin to realize that the animation has really improved over the last few seasons, and that gets you pumped up when you watch our four characters and their friends fight students from other schools. Man, why can't we have fighting tournaments for our schools? I mean, RWBY did it, God of High School did it, My Hero Academia did it. Why can't we do that in real life? But as we get closer to the end of season 3, it gets really dark. Holy crap, the end of season 3 feels like a gut punch because by the time you reach the end of the finale, you begin to realize that this is no longer a kid's show. Watching that finale, the last time I was ever speechless after watching a cartoon was actually the season 2 finale of Avatar: The Last Airbender. By the way, be sure to check out my Avatar review in the description down below. But anyway, at the end of season 3, we finally encounter the true villain of the entire show, who's practically the Thanos in the RWBY franchise, and her name is Salem. She's practically a powerful witch who's based on the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz, which is funny because a lot of the adult characters in the show are actually based off of characters from The Wizard of Oz. But anyway, season 4 puts our main characters on a good old-fashioned cross-country road trip to another school so that they can find some answers as to what the heck is going on. And that's pretty much season 4. You do get to see a lot of Salem's inner circle, but pretty much season 4 starts us off at the bottom in terms of momentum. Because while season 3 ended off with a bang, season 4 has a more personal and subtle tone to it, and I will say that the art style and animation get a huge improvement, and this helps distinguish this season from previous seasons. Which leads us to season 5, which takes place at another school that RWBY and her friends were trying to get to in season 4, and while they're off at school, Salem begins to make her move. And at the end of season 5, you are left terrified because Salem is on her way, and this forces RWBY and her friends to leave the safety of this school to get to another school that will be a safe place for this artifact that they find at the end of the season. And as we get into season 6, we're on the road again because we can't wait to get back on the road again. Okay, season 6 felt a lot like season 4 to me, to where it kind of felt like mostly filler. I mean, we get some character development and we do get a lot of action near the end, but for the majority of it, it didn't live up to like season 5. However, there is one episode that is the best episode in not just season 6, but practically the best episode in the entire series so far. And that is when you get to see Salem's Origins. Holy crap, watching her story of who she was before she turned into the witch, and then seeing the transformation of her becoming the witch she is now, you sort of feel empathy for this character. And I love seeing the journey that she goes on, because throughout the entire show, we've always wondered, where did Salem come from? How did someone like this turn into something like this? Not only do you get to see her origin, but you also get to see world building in this show like never before, because you get to see what this world was like hundreds of years before the events of season 1. So yeah, season 6 is a bit of filler because we're trying to get from Destination 6 to Destination 7, but that one episode, it stole the entire season. And that leads us to season 7, which is the most current season so far, and it focuses a lot on Weiss's home and family, to where we get to see her dad act as sort of the antagonist of the season. But as we get further into season 7, we begin to see how hiding the truth can turn your greatest allies into your worst enemies. Because at one point, this season decides to take a page from Marvel, to where we have our own little Civil War moment, to where we see two teams go up against each other, and holy crap, that fight was awesome. Scratch that, there is one fight that took us all by surprise, to where we see two unlikely characters team up on another character. And while everyone's at each other's throats, Salem decides to make her big grand entrance in the season finale. Okay, at this point, everyone is divided, the city is in chaos, and we have an army of monsters on their way, led by the most evil woman on the planet. So it looks like season 8 is going to start off strong, given that where season 7 left off. Honestly, watching her make her grand entrance, it really reminded me about that one scene in Infinity War, to where we're watching Thanos walk through the portal with the Infinity Gauntlet. And after watching her origin, it begs the question, can we beat Salem? I have no doubt that this season is going to give us quite a show. If you want to check out RWBY, you can find the previous seasons on the Rooster Teeth YouTube channel. And if you want to check out season 8, you can find it at roosterteeth.com. I'll be sure to put some links in the description down below. Well, that's going to do this video, guys. That was my overall review for the RWBY franchise. If you like what you saw, click the subscribe button so you can get the latest updates from this channel. I'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.